We all love anime since it has so many different aspects to it. The anime universe contains a wide range of genres, and one of them is mystery. This genre is loved by many people, as it makes you think out of the box. Here we have come up with a list of recommendations for you, simply based on my personal enjoyment of certain series. It's entirely my opinion, so feel free to disagree and focus on the ones that speaks to you most from the list. Let's not spend any more time and get right down to business. But before that, I urge you to smash the subscribe button.
さらさらとなびく艶やかな髪や、伸びやかに動く指先が好きでした。
Moriono Haku. A disturbing string of murders has occurred. Young schoolgirls have been murdered, mutilated, and stuffed into boxes. Shutaro Kiba is the protagonist of the story. He is a private investigator hired by the mother of one of the victims. He receives assistance from his co-worker and friends. They work together to unravel the strange case and seek justice.
ビクトリカ、ほら。
それはなんだね。
Gossip. Kazuya Kojo is a student in St. Margaret Academy in France. There are many ghost stories and urban legends in that town. But one stands out above the others. The Queenberry is a ghost ship with a long history including being linked to a series of tragic killings during World War I. Though Kazuya isn't particularly fond of the ghost stories, Victoric, his eccentric friend, is. Her curious personality and logical problem-solving technique have enabled her to solve some of the town's most confusing mysteries. On the Queenberry, one case leads to an elaborate dinner. This sets in motion a chain of events and connections that will lead to the discovery of a far more serious problem than the individual cases they've been investigating.
You don't have to remain a wretched human being forever. Mankind has finally created an exit.
Serial Experiments Lane. Lane Iwakura is a 14-year-old girl who struggles to use even the simplest modern devices. She and other girls at her school get a mysterious email from a student who had recently committed suicide. As if that wasn't strange enough, Lane is introduced to a virtual world known as the Wyatt, also known as the Internet. When she opened the email, her entire world is turned upside down from there. Cyberspace bombards her with strange messages and pictures, stretching her perception of reality and existence. And she meets people and experiences that make her wonder what it is to have an identity or awareness. Lane takes on a variety of roles depending on the situation. The show gradually reveals other aspects of this aloof brilliance that the audience would not have suspected at first. It's difficult to figure out who she is and what motivates her. Sakurako-san. Shotaro Tatewaki is a high school student who spends a significant amount of time with a stunning woman in her mid-20s. Sakurako Kojo is the woman's name, and she has an odd fixation with bones. Shotaro joins her on numerous cases where she employs her talent to examine the remains of victims in order to find evidence and ultimately solve the cases. Ranpo Kitan. Ranpo Kitan begins at a regular middle school where there have been a few unsolved murders. Akechi Kogoro is a brilliant young detective who is assigned to the cases. One of the pupils, Kobayashi Yashio, notices him and admires him. Akechi's aide is a volunteer from the middle school. Together they try to figure out what's going on with the inquiry. The anime spends a lot of time using symbolism and imagery to illustrate concepts like chaos theory and algorithms. The show also focuses on the dark aspects of the human nature and twisted sexual interaction.
Used to be a burnt field.
Zankyo no Terror. After a terrorist attack on the nuclear facility in Japan, all that is left is the word "won," painted in red. The government is broken by their inaction, and the police are scrambling to find means to apprehend the offenders. The general public is unaware until 6 months later, a weird film emerges on the internet. In it, two adolescent boys, known only as Sphinx, confronts the police, threatening to wreak havoc across Tokyo. The police struggles to act effectively against these terrorists, unable to stop the rapid spread of panic throughout the city, and eager for any clues in the investigation. With Detective Kenjiro Shibazaki caught in the heart of it all. The story of 9 and 12, the two boys behind the masked figures of Sphinx, is told in Zenki no Terror. They shouldn't exist, but they do, surviving in a world of lies and secrets, while causing the city to crumble around them in the hopes of hiding their own terrible truth. The Perfect Insider. Shiki Magata, a brilliant programmer who lives alone in a research facility on the remote island, has been a hermit for years. Even though she rarely meets visitors, Associate Professor Shohei Saikawa and university student Moi Nishinomo makes an effort to find her. Their meeting is cut short, however, as they become involved in a locked room murder mystery. Everything is not as it appears, and there are numerous secrets to be discovered. A seemingly impossible and horrible crime occurs within an isolated facility, and Saikawa and Mui must uncover the truth behind the murder and Magata's mysterious past.
ロベルト、私は奇跡を信じます。
平賀、奇跡はすぐそこにある。バチカン奇跡調査官。
Vatican Kiseki Chosaka. Suspenseful shows such as the Da Vinci Code may ring a bell for you. Why not watch Vatican Kiseki Chosaka? In that case, the character of this anime are two priests who are also professional in science and cryptanalysis, and it is set in a Vatican. They look at alleged miracles together. Mystery and religion are inextricably linked. When a mystery is the order of the day, the anime's breathtaking environment is nicely paired with these shadows, in contrast to the capable and calm priest. You can sense the danger in the action scenes. If you enjoy suspense with a hint of the supernatural, this is a fantastic choice. Ungo. Detective Shinjiro, also known as the Defeated Detective by some, solves mysteries across Tokyo in a dystopian future. Shinjiro's intellect and resourcefulness in cracking cases, notably homicides, were aided by his peculiar associate Inga, which resulted in countless mysteries being solved and criminals being apprehended. His companion, on the other hand, appears to have other, more sinister plans for the persons they apprehend, and the truth about the assistant's identity and motivation is kept hidden. Witch Hunter Robin. Witches are people who have supernatural ability such as ESP, telekinesis, and mind control. Robin, a 15-year-old witch hunter from Italy, arrives in Tokyo to serve for STN Japan Division as a substitute for one of the organization's witch hunter who was just killed. STNJ, unlike other STN division, tries to capture witches alive in order to figure out why and how they became witches in the first place. And with that, we ends up everything for this video, as there are still so many anime recommendations I want to share with you, but for that we have to make another video. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to look forward for our upcoming videos. Comment your opinion and tell us have you watched it or not. Till then, I'll see you next time.